Hello everyone and welcome to Miami, Florida as we await for the South Florida Football Academy to play the Kendall Rush from Kendall Soccer Park. This was supposed to be the second matchup between these two teams, with the first supposed to have been played last weekend at Loggers Run Park for South Florida Football Academy's first home game. But due to weather concerns, that game was canceled. So here we are in Kendall to play Kendall Rush, which this happens to be their first game of the season, and we're hoping it's going to be quite a matchup today. The last time South Florida Football Academy played Kendall Rush, it was at home as the last home game of the season last year, and they managed to walk away with a win of 4-0 during that time. Kendall's obviously made a lot of adjustments and a lot of changes to their lineup. Looks like they pretty much have a whole new squad compared to that last time that we played against them, as South Florida Football Academy here lines up for the referee to check out their uniforms, make sure everybody's ready to play. Lineup really hasn't changed much for us from the last game. Appears to be the same players here as they were against Inter Miami, hoping for a different outcome than the Inter Miami game where we lost 3-1. Coach Craig has been hard at work this last couple of weeks trying to get the team prepared for this game. Unfortunately, again due to weather, a lot of the practices had to be canceled, and there is a storm pending just outside of Florida, along the coast of Cuba, which is potentially going to be a hurricane, which I'm sure will affect practices going into the week. We actually were supposed to play this game at 3 o'clock today, but had it moved up to try to avoid those storms later this afternoon. Kendall Soccer Park is turf fields, not natural grass, and you can see as the players run, you'll see a material start coming up from the ground. Those are little rubber pellets that are here to sustain the field. And I can tell you that sitting at the sidelines, it may be 90 degrees, but I can assure you that on the field it probably feels more like 98, because those little rubber pellets absorb the heat, making it very difficult and uncomfortable for the players. As Coach Groves gives them some instructions under the tent, and the team huddles up here before the kickoff. Also, there's an airport nearby, so we might see some planes taking off throughout the game or landing. Beautiful park here, beautiful facilities that they have here in Kendall. At least 3 fields, all turf, and will probably all be utilized during this game. We're waiting for kickoff here. Referee is signaling to the other linesman. And here we go. South Florida starts with the ball. Playing it out to the side, number 5. Number 5 playing it back to number 11. And center back to center back connection. As South Florida is looking for a way to move this ball up the field. Now working it to the complete opposite side. Looking for a pass. A little scrum there for the ball. It looks like it goes out of bounds for the first throw-in of the game. As I said before, I don't think there's many changes to South Florida's lineup. Looks like the same starting 11 that we had against Inter Miami. As the goalie catches this ball here off of a errant kick from Kendall, and he rolls it out to the center back. Center back's looking upfield, and just gets intercepted quickly. Bounce back, and nobody's really getting control of this ball. But it looks like now Kendall comes away with it as they pass back to retain control. Out to the right back. Right back crosses it up to the middle. Number 12 intercedes on that as Kendall tries to control and brings the ball back again. Playing it as time out to the right back. And a little bit of 1-2 action here. As Kendall is looking good on the ball. Another cross. This time in finally number 5 dispenses with that ball up the field. And looks like we have our first foul of the game against South Florida, number 27. Call for a little bit of a push there. Yep. Right into the chest. Just trying to create a little bit of space, but the referee didn't like it, and we have our first free kick of the game. That one's played over the top. Kendall player made connection with it, but nothing that was going to threaten the goal. And no, they're back on the ball. Kendall strikes the ball, goalie blocks, and is cleared by number 11. Wow, that was very scary there. As we see here, the Kendall player makes a break on the ball, puts his left foot on it. I think either number 12 maybe got a piece of that, And the goalie was able to block its path, and they're able to clear it out here for another Kendall throw. A long throw makes it into the box and headed towards the South Florida keeper. No real threat there as he motions for the players to move forward. Drop punt makes it up the field. South Florida connects, and looks like they're trying to get something going, but they're unable to do so. The Kendall defense kind of swarmed the ball there. As number 5 again makes a good tap. He asks for the ball again. He's looking for the pass. Passes up to 27. 27 takes an awkward touch. I think he got fouled there. No, they're calling another foul on 27. Well, it looks like Kendall's going to have another free kick as number 5 throws his arms up in frustration for Kendall. And this one goes to the box, but headed away by number 12 from South Florida. Kendall able to control the ball, and another free kick up into the air by Kendall. But their number 10 comes down with it, plays the ball for a cross from the right back. Again, headed away by South Florida. Finds the feet of another Kendall player as he charges into the box and falls down. Well, not the passing game that we saw last week by Enter Miami. Kendall's game appears to be more one of they're going to come at you, make contact, get the ball, and then kick the ball forward. And South Florida seems to be working something here. They get the ball to number 32. 32 with a quick cut shot over the goal. A little bit of life here from South Florida. Nice run by 32. Just put this ball a little over the top. But some signs of life here from South Florida with some nice passing. They moved the ball well up the middle. Got 32 into a dangerous position. As Kendall plays it here out of the back. It's intercepted. Playing it out to the left back. Left back over to 14. 14 back down to 12. And 12 crossing it over to number 5. 5's trying to control it. Unable to do so before the Kendall player intervenes. Kendall player is bringing it on down the sideline, but number 5 there to put a foot to it as the goalie comes out to collect. This number 18 for Kendall could be a dangerous player. He seems to be all over the field as the South Florida goalie kicks it away. Kendall defense able to handle that ball as number 6 for Kendall comes down with it and starts charging up the field. He finds number 18 again. Number 11 is there to intercede. And now 27 comes away with the ball. Gets it poked away. No foul called. As number 5 tries to corral the Kendall player. Forces him into passing away. And Kendall works to the other side. Kendall finding a lot of passing lanes here as the South Florida left back, nice slide tackle there, and is able to take that ball away. 43 coming up big on that left side and wins a throw for South Florida as it goes down the line. Kendall kicking the ball forward and out of bounds. Not really much there. We hope you'll join us next week as South Florida Football Academy takes on the Chargers. That should be the first home game for South Florida if it doesn't get canceled. As we await to see where this storm heads. And South Florida starts to play it out of the back. The number 17, one of the strikers for South Florida. And unfortunately, not too many connections could be made here. And again, the center back has to come up and get the ball away from a Kendall forward as 17 goes on a run here. He's cutting across the middle. Oh, another poor slide tackle by Kendall. No call. Oh! It was a nice pass, nice setup, but it's called for offsides. Man, I thought South Florida was going to score there. Called offsides. But nice looking run again by South Florida. Kendall just kind of scrambles to get to the ball. They're mainly looking to make contact with the player as we try to get up the field. Number 11 came up far up the field to intercept that pass. Unfortunately, gave it back to Kendall as Kendall again is working the ball down the left side of their field. Not very intricate passing here, but effective passing by Kendall as they get this ball down the left side to number 18. 18 tries to make a cross. Number 12 there, take that one away. And South Florida is trying to work this ball out of the box. Just can't find the feet of other players. And another shot, easily handled by the big goalie, number 0. And he rolls it out to the center back. Well, it's always good to have a goalie with height, and South Florida definitely has that. This ball is played upfield, and intercepted by Kendall. And Kendall again finding the triangles, looking for those passes, and they move the ball very well. As number 6 here from Kendall passes it to number 5. Number 5 working the ball across again, finds number 16. 16 looking for the cross, finds it, and number 12 there to head it away. Kendall back on the ball again as they work to find passes, and fouling South Florida player number 27. South Florida not looking too well here. Had a couple of good runs here. Developed a shot on goal, or just over the goal, I should say. But some decent passing here. Just having some difficulty right around this midfield area as number 5 plays the ball up to 17. 17 loses the handle on it. And Kendall's fighting to get it back, but 17 commits the foul. So another Kendall free kick coming up as they take it pretty quickly to the middle of the field. Looks like they start a little too soon for the referee. And as we wait for this ball to come back, I want you to be sure to take a look at M.A.D About Soccer's YouTube page. That's where these videos are brought to you by M.A.D About Soccer at youtube.com. That's M.A.D About Soccer at youtube.com. You have all the games, all the footage, highlights from South Florida Football Academy's games from this season and last season. Be sure to check it out. There's some good content on there and something that might be enjoyable for everybody. So please take a look at M.A.D About Soccer at youtube.com. Click and subscribe as Kendall takes a free kick. Headed away again by South Florida. And intercepted by Kendall. South Florida is having a very difficult time getting out of their own half of the field, but doing a good job defending so far as Kendall takes a slow pace kick, and it was easily taken away by number 11 as he brings it up the field, number 17. 14 trying. I mean, they just can. Everywhere they go, there is a Kendall player. And here we go again. Kendall back on the attack, finding passes pretty easily as they try to move this ball forward, and they do. And they're at the top of the box now. They find number 6, number 5 in front of number 6. 6 gets off a shot. Very slow-paced shot. May have taken a nick from one of the players here at South Florida as the goalie rolls it away. 5 now on the ball. 5 plays across 14. 14 back to 11. 11 playing it across to 12. And now South Florida will try to work it to the other side of the field. 43 passes it up forward. Trying to find 27. 27 loses the ball. And Kendall is back in the attack yet again. Number 6 plays it across. Number 5 looking around. He's got time on the ball. Looks for a pass. Passes it out of bounds for another South Florida throw. As I mentioned before, it is very hot out here. These players are definitely showing some signs of fatigue. And we're only in the early stages of the game. As 27 was looking for a foul call there, didn't find it, and turns the ball over. Kendall is now back in the attack again inside the box. Oh, access denied by number 12 as he stuck his foot in there and just took that ball away. And 43 plays it up the line, looking for 32, finds him. 32 on the run, finds the pass to 27. 27 playing the ball through. 32's making a run on it. Oh, 17's there as well. And the goalie intercedes. Number 5 gets on the ball. Number 5 trying to make something happen, loops the ball over the defender. Brent comes down with it. Nice move. Oh, number 16, looks like a foul there. As number 5 continues to run on the ball. It's played out of bounds, but it looks like we're going to get a foul against Kendall. Number 5 working hard here, trying to make a play. And yeah, right there you can see the Kendall player fouling number 5 as he gets by for the first free kick for South Florida today. Number 5 approaches the ball. He puts the ball into the box. It's headed away by a Kendall player. Kendall corrals it. He's looking for passing. And he's running the ball up the field here. He's got some players. This could be dangerous. And not so much. Kendall kicks it out of bounds. They definitely had numbers. They could have gone on the attack pretty quick here. Kind of a squandered chance for Kendall. And let's hope that South Florida can capitalize here a little bit on their throw-in. Number 5 to take the throw. Looking up the field. Finds 27. 27 back to 14. 14 to 5. 5 back to 14. 14 playing it across. 27 back on the ball. Again, he takes a shot from the Kendall player. No foul called. He's trying to get that ball back and not having much luck. Kendall just keeps on passing this ball away. 27 goes down, but it doesn't look like there was any contact. He made a trip there. As Kendall players, again, passing. And, ooh, just a little bit out of bounds. Number 6 wasn't making a run. Here's that access denied. Look at 12. Just takes that ball. No contact at all with the player. All ball. Just a beautiful tackle. Good job. That's the South Florida defense so far, standing tall in this game. As number 11 gets in a little bit of trouble here. Again, that Kendall striker causing issues, but out on Kendall, and it'll be a goal kick for South Florida. As I said earlier, South Florida's defense is standing tall here under a lot of pressure from Kendall. They have a number of players up the field. They're constantly attacking as South Florida wins a throw in here. It's been very difficult for South Florida to get out of their own half, but the defense is keeping them in it as looks like the striker here, 17, is called for a bad throw. Looks like he lifted his foot. We'll take another look at that when we get a chance. As Kendall goes to throw this ball in. Number 5 gets a foot to it, but right back to a Kendall player. 5 again, back to a Kendall player. Kendall still collecting this ball. Moving. Yeah, got through a couple players there. Nice tackle by 17, but Kendall still managed to keep control of it. As Kendall looks for a cross here, can't find it. Number 11 there again. Takes a slip, and the ball goes out of bounds. Here's that throw in again by number 17. As you can see, he's kind of in motion when he throws. That you can't do. You kind of have to come to a stop when you make the throw for it to be legal. And South Florida takes the throw in. Kendall knocks that one away up to the middle, but it almost turns out to be good for us. Kendall player makes contact, fouling number 17 in the middle of the field. Like I said before, it looks like Kendall's more interested in making contact with the players than they are with the ball. Kind of a hallmark of Kendall Soccer Club. They're definitely not going to play you easy. They are going to play you tough. As South Florida takes that free kick across the field. Just couldn't handle it. And the ball is played down. Field by Kendall. Kendall just kicking the ball now. See what they can get. Number 11 heads the ball upfield. 14 trying to corral it. And looks like 17 is going to knock it away to number 5. Number 5 playing it safe. Goes backwards to the goalie. And the goalie's able to corral it there and look for a pass. And he goes upfield. Bouncing ball. Finds South Florida. 43 playing the ball upfield. Looking for 32. Maybe 32 can make a run on it. But it looks like the goalie is going to come off his line and collect that one. As he rolls it out to his center back. Kendall now back, looking for passes, find their passes, and are now working down that left side of their field. Number 5 heads it away to number 14. 14 able to collect it and is now looking upfield, finds 27. 27 on the run, finds 17. 17 is going to get on this ball. He's going to get close to the line here. Also fancy footwork, keeps it away from the defender. As he turns upfield, now he's looking across. He's not making a run. He crosses it, it's headed away, and 27 gets back on. Oh, there's a little bit of miscommunication between 27 and 14, and Kendall come away with this ball. And now it's back in a dangerous area as 11 kicks this one away to prevent any further action from Kendall. Well, definitely looked like we were in a threatening position there. Ball was played across. Unfortunately, just couldn't make contact with that to make any type of threat on goal. As Kendall threw this ball in and now it's punted away. 43 from South Florida comes down with it, puts the ball down the line, intercepted by Kendall. And 43 has to knock it out of bounds. As you can see, these players are already walking around. It is oppressively hot outside. Probably due to the impending storms later this afternoon. The humidity's up. The heat is up. And again, like I said, you're on these rubber granules that are on the ground, just collecting heat. And you can also see that some of these players are slipping on this AstroTurf, and that's because as you step onto this turf, the rubber granules are on the surface. So you're almost sliding on them. So it doesn't make for much of a traction on the turf. And let's hope that these players can adjust and make the best of it as Kendall throws this ball in. Number 11 deals with it, heads it forward. 27 kicking it forward. Kendall player jumps over 17 to try to get to that ball. And number 5 kicks it away. Kendall again coming down with every ball, it seems, finding the feet of every one of their players. Kick! Save by South Florida. Diving save by the South Florida goalkeeper. Another kick, and this one's going to land across goal. Wow, did that shot come out of nowhere? This was well outside the box and was definitely threatening the goal. The goalkeeper got up, dived across goal, and made that save. Unbelievable. Well, we can't say it enough. South Florida has definitely been in some trouble, but their defense and their goalie has kept them in it so far as they pump this one up the field, trying to make something happen. Nice little move here. And trying to find some more South Florida feet here. As 43 plays this ball up the field, finding 32. Trying to get something going on. 32 is really hustling here. Just can't find a window or space to operate in. As 72 also tries to intercede. And number 12 comes away with the ball, but it looks like there's a foul on the field. There's a player down for Kendall. And it's going to be a Kendall free kick. And here it comes. Short. Still finds a Kendall player. 72 kicks this ball forward, trying to find somebody. 11 heads this ball up in the air. Comes down again. And it looks like it's going to be a foul call. Number 12 takes it quickly. Plays it over to 43. Referee doesn't like that one. Says that the ball was in motion when 12 kicked it. Now we're going to take our time here. Players are going to adjust and get in position. As 12 looks for another player to find. And looks like he does. He kicks it up the field. Unfortunately, there's nothing but Kendall there to intercept. And Kendall is now back on an attack again. Finds a player across the field. And number 11 there to intercept. 27 trying to work this ball to the field. He's got number 5 on his back all day long. Every time 27 touches the ball, number 5 is there just to be all over him. And it's definitely frustration by number 27. But he is trying to do his best to fight through it. As South Florida takes another throw in from the side. Looks like 43 threw it in, but unfortunately Kendall is there to intercept. Kendall in the box. Another shot. Saved by the goalie. This time bringing it down. All gloves. We're going to be looking at the stats here shortly at the end of the half, but I got to say, it's all have to be Kendall's favor here as they kick this ball out of bounds. Look at this save by the South Florida keeper. Nice. That was definitely going in the goal if he didn't catch that one. And brings it down nicely and punts this one away down the sideline. And it looks like we have a foul call. Yes, we do. Foul against that South Florida. Looks like we're going to call for a little bit of a pull here for whatever reason. As we look at these saves by the goalie, we had a player down. Just 1, 2, and it's going to be a third amazing save by this goalie so far in this first 20 minutes of this game. Definitely keeping South Florida in it are these saves. As the Kendall player seems to be going to be taken off here, there's going to be a substitution. And I should note that there's been a couple of subs for South Florida as well, as 17 exited the field for number 6. 27 now trying to work this ball. Number 6 has got it. Finds number 27 again. 27 with a turn, looking upfield. Fortunately, the player was not there. It was Kendall. And looking again, trying to make something happen, but it's all Kendall passing right now. And they get this ball up the middle. Number 11 on an 18. 11 able to win that challenge. And puts the ball down the line just to get out of the area, and it'll be a Kendall throw. Well, we'll see what can happen here with South Florida. Hopefully, with the substitutions, we can make something happen. Number 6 coming in for 17. Offers that powerful left foot. If he can cut inside, he can make some shots there from the right side, as 3 South Florida players are trying to get this ball and are unable to come away with it. And are now trying to adjust as Kendall switches the side. 43 there to collect it and plays it up. And he cannot find the South Florida player. Oh, takes one off the chest for the team there. Looks like number 16 or 76, sorry. As 27 fights for that ball and gets it to number 6. Can't split the defenders. And they're working the ball again down the line. As 14 at this time intercepts it and plays it to number 5. Number 5 doesn't like what he sees and plays it back again to number 11. Number 11 getting muscled again by number 18, who just is not going to leave him alone today. And the ball's out of bounds for another South Florida throw. This is slowing down a bit as we approach halftime. See what South Florida can do here as number 5 throws the ball and receives it, looking for some give and go. Steps over the ball and unfortunately just let the ball roll a little too much, and now it's out of bounds for a Kendall throw. Well, there's definitely some fatigue setting in here as there's some more subs coming onto the field. We'll see what Coach Greg does here. And we're waiting for the switches to be made. And it looks like number 5 is going to move over to the left side. And we're going to have a new right back, number 8 for South Florida. And number 11 tries to play this one across. Oh no. Okay, comes down. South Florida still has the ball. 14 trying to play it to 8. Fortunately can't do it. Number 8, number 6 getting into a little bit of a tie here. Looks like number 8 is just testing the strength of these Capelli uniforms. Yeah, looks like it's a pretty good shirt. Definitely didn't rip. So number 8 gave it his best pull as Kendall plays that ball up the field. And another shot. Wow. That was a heck of a strike. Probably time now to let everybody know that Capelli is the new uniform of South Florida Football Academy, switching from Adidas last year. Capelli is pretty much the only uniform within the MLS Next program. There's only a couple of teams that have not made the switch as of yet. But as you can see, Kendall and South Florida both wear the Capelli brand uniform. As Kendall is down, moving this ball down the right side. And this could be trouble. Kendall trying to work across in here, but 43 not letting it happen. As Kendall wins their first corner of the game. Let's see here what Kendall does. As we mentioned before, number 8 took it in the spot as the right back. Number 5 moved over to the left side and is playing a left wing role now as South Florida lines up to defend this free kick. And here it comes. It's a good kick. Top of the box. Number 6 looking to get on this ball, so trying to make something happen on the counterattack. 27 looking at the ball, trying to find passers. Looks for number 5. Unfortunately, it's cut out by Kendall. Kendall now charging up the field in the opposite direction. Plays it over to the right back. And 43 there yet again. And 72 takes that pass away. But Kendall back on the ball yet again. 27 trying to make a play here. Just not fast enough as Kendall takes another shot. Oh, wow. Another amazing save by the South Florida keeper. He had to get up all the way to get that one. And man, what a strike from the big man from Kendall. And he puts this one in a spot it was definitely going to go in. And the South Florida keeper just gets a fingertip to it and wipes it off the board like he was smashing away a dunk. Man, unbelievable. Just the South Florida keeper keeping them in here as Kendall just takes shot after shot after shot. And this corner goes wide as number 8 comes away with it and just kicks it up the field. Now applying some pressure to the Kendall player, trying to make something happen. And oh, number 6. Yeesh. Comes and wipes out that Kendall player. Definitely going to be a foul called here as Kendall is going to line up for another free kick. Yeah, the referees are kind of having a discussion about this. Was the ball out? It doesn't look like it was when he made contact with it, and number 6 just kind of lunged in there. He's going to be lucky not to get a card on that play, as I doubt he was trying to make a play for the ball. I think he was just trying to avoid contact, though, as this free kick is launched into the box. But again, no contact. Number 6 kicks it away. It hits the referee. South Florida could have been on the attack here. The referee has stopped play. It is a rule that if the ball hits the referee, he can stop it and give the ball back to South Florida. But, I mean, South Florida seemed to be on the attack there. They had 4 players charging forward, and I think they would have had the advantage there with it being an open field. But the referee elected to stop play and give the ball back to South Florida, which they already had possession, as they try to get the ball to number 5, and he can't come away with it. Number 43 here, waiting for the throw-in. As South Florida makes a couple more subs, 14 is going to come off, and 27. 21 is going to make an appearance, and 13 now on the field, as 43 waits to throw the ball in. Kendall making some switches. The strategy has definitely got to be a little bit different in the halftime, as 43 takes this throw in. Oh, Kendall intercedes here with a leaping kick away. And 72 doing his best, trying to win this ball, just can't get the advantage. Kendall kicking the ball through, finds 61. 61 fighting it out with number 8. Just a significant size advantage here for the Kendall player as he kicks that ball well wide of the goal. Kendall definitely has some bigger kids on the field than some of the South Florida players. Not only size-wise and height, but also in weight. As you can see, most of these players are fairly developed. As number 11 plays this ball up to number 5. 5 doing some dancing, looking for a pass. Finds one to number 6. Number 6 tries to turn. Can't do it. Number 5 is there all over him. 21 trying to make a play on this ball. Can't get there. Number 18 now again on the ball. Takes a strike. No real venom in that shot as it rolls harmlessly to the goalie, who has pretty much been a wall today for South Florida. And as he punts that ball away, we're going to see who comes down with it. Number 6 trying to get into there, trying to get that ball back for South Florida. As 21 occupies the middle of the field, he comes away with it, makes a pass to number 8. I'm sorry, number 13. 13 back to 8. 8 to 21. 21 up to 13. So nice exchange of passes here between these three. As 13 tries to play this ball up to 32. And it looks like the Kendall defender is going to make it there first, and he plays it back to the goalie. Goalie under some pressure from 32. 5 trying to make a play on the ball. Can't do it. As Kendall escape and play the ball out to the right side. Kendall now, a little bit of a tackle there. Got away with it. As this ball rolls down the sideline, looks like they're playing advantage. Number 12 in front of the Kendall defender. Again, access denied. As 12 puts his foot there on the ball. Just can't seem to get around him. Kendall player now dancing through the South Florida defense. Beats 2 defenders, slides, and he fouls number 12 in the process. I will tell you that they are not afraid to foul this Kendall team in an effort to win the ball. As number 12 takes this quickly up to number 5. 5 plays it back to 43. 43 looking for a pass. Decides to try to get it back to number 32. 32 trying to play up the field, but there's a foul call. Looks like he's calling handball. As we take another look at this, 32 is playing for position, brings the ball down. I don't see a handball there, but again, referee makes a call on the field. As Kendall has another free kick. This one dribbles along the ground. Doesn't really affect anything. 43 passed the ball up, but unfortunately couldn't find a South Florida player. As Kendall again here on the attack. Crosses this ball to number 61. 61 takes a cut inside. Places it back into the middle of the field. Fight for the ball. 21 playing hard defense there. 11 charges forward. Unfortunately can't get it up the field. And Kendall fighting hard to try to get this ball back, as well as South Florida. As 32 is back on it, he's getting just mugged by 3 Kendall players and is finally fouled. Referee having to talk to number 5. I will tell you again, number 5, every time there's a ball around number 5 or a player, he's definitely making contact with the player before the ball as they try to play this ball to South Florida number 5. But the referee having a talking to with the Kendall number 5 in regards to how much he's making contact with the South Florida players. We'll see if it really has any effect on the game as we move forward here. Kendall getting ready to commit a throw-in. Number 5 heads the ball up the field. Kendall receiving it back. 43 heads it down, trying to find another player. as number 8 intercepts this one, but 61 again just heads and shoulders above number 8 and outmuscles him for the ball. 21 on 40, and the passing continues as number 8 slides in there trying to take that ball, can't find a South Florida player. 61, another shot from, oh no, 1-0 Kendall. The keeper for South Florida, who's done so well today, just couldn't do anything about this one. It took a bounce in front of him. He dove to try to block it. He got a fingertip to it, but it just wasn't enough to stop this ball from going in. And Kendall had finally put one on the board, and it isn't from a lack of trying. They've definitely tried to put a number of shots past the South Florida goalie, and they were finally successful. Just heartbreak for that South Florida goalie. I know he's definitely tried his best today, making so many amazing saves. Can't really blame him for that one. As South Florida tries to play this ball across, it's headed forward by a Kendall player. And 43 trying to intercede, but lets the play go through. And it looks like it's out of bounds anyway. Okay. Well, that'll be it for the first half. 1-0 Kendall. You look at the first half stats. Pretty even as far as passing. Shots are definitely not even, as South Florida only has 1 on the board compared to the 11 that Kendall have shot, and they have 8 on goal. They have committed 7 fouls to South Florida's 9, and definitely have more corner kicks than South Florida, since South Florida has none. Second half kicks off here with Kendall on the ball as they play this one forward, and it's headed forward by one of their players and collected by the South Florida keeper. All right. This one's rolled out to number 12. Number 12 plays it up to 43. 43 looking for someone to pass to, unable to see anyone. The ball's played back to 12. 12 plays this ball up the field. Number 13 looking for him, but Kendall player intercedes, coming in and knocking that ball down. Number 7 plays it across to 61. 61. Nice little move in front, but number 11 sticks his foot in there to knock it away. And trying to get a run going, 27 is fouled yet again. And the referee again is having to tell the Kendall players to calm down, as number 11 plays this ball out to number 5, who's now back in the right back position. Plays this ball up to 32. 32 looked like he got fouled there as he gave the ball away. And again, another fight for the ball, but Kendall comes away with it as number 11 kicks the ball forward. And looks like it's going to go out of bounds for a Kendall throw. Well, not much has changed in the lineup for South Florida. They just moved number 5 back to the right back position, and they brought 27 back into the game. As 40 tries to play his ball down the line for Kendall, he can't find his player. 43 is there to collect. Doing some dancing here, trying to get through the 2 Kendall defenders. Can't find a window of opportunity to do so. And Kendall are again back on the attack as 12 steps in and gets it to 27. 27 to 13. Now we have some openings here. 13 trying to dribble the ball forward. And that big Kendall player is there to take it away. 43 plays this ball up to number 6. Number 6 trying to make something happen, but getting boxed out by the bigger Kendall player, and commits a foul in an effort to try to get the ball. Like I said, Kendall is the larger team. They know how to use their body. They know how to make contact with players as they take a short kick on this. Number 21 trying to get that slide in there. Oh, 27! What a slide tackle there. And this is all ball. Beautiful slide tackle, taking out the Kendall player in the process. The Kendall player actually thinks it's a foul. The referee has to say, no, it's a throw. That was a good tackle. And 3 throws it in for Kendall as they try to backheel it back to one of their players. Goes off the South Florida player and out of bounds. Number 3 to throw in again. Kendall finding those passes. Crossing the field now. Finds 61. 61 back on the ball. Plays it to his player in the corner. Number 13 trying to get a foot in there and is fouled by 37 at Kendall. As number 11 takes this quickly and plays it up the field, but it's intercepted by Kendall. Playing it to the middle of the field now, Kendall. Number 12 there to intercede. And Kendall still got the ball, looking dangerous. Shot, not much of one as it sails way over the goal. But Kendall, yet again, showing many of the signs that they did last half. controlling the ball a lot on South Florida's half of the field. South Florida just can't find a passing combination to really threaten this Kendall team as they try to work it out of the back yet again. 27 finds 43. 43 trying to play it up the field to 21. 21. Oh, slide tackle on 21. And number 5 has something to say to him. I'll tell you, this number 5 is definitely not liked by this South Florida team as they throw this ball in. 37 for Kendall, heads it forward, but can't find anybody. Number 5 is now on the ball, plays it up to 13. 13 looking for a pass. Trying to get it to 72, which he does. 72 back to 13. 13 playing it up the field. Can number 6 get there? Ooh. Oh, the keeper spills it, but no real threat there. Good run by number 6. Trying to come away with a play there. But the Kendall keeper was quick to collect and punts that one away. Oh, another foul by a Kendall player as they knock number 21 down to the ground. And it'll be a free kick for South Florida. 72, taking their kick, plays it out to 43. Now operating in the Kendall half of the field. 43 looking for a pass, looking for a cross, keeps running with the ball, and wins a corner. First corner of the game for South Florida as 43 lines up to take this kick. Let's see what South Florida can do as they move their big man into the box. See if we can put a foot or a head to the ball here and get one on the board for South Florida. Here comes the cross. 21 gets a foot to it. It's at the goalie. Goalie spills it, but does not go into the net. Nice contact by 21. Good cross by 43. Unfortunately, South Florida just couldn't find the back of the net on that one as we're getting back here to defend. Oh, nice slide by 27. Trying to make contact. Number 9 for Kendall crosses it over. The goalie intercedes. Good tap out by the goalie. That could have been a dangerous ball, but he got in there. And Kendall still managed to get the ball back again in our half. As number 3 brings this ball forward for Kendall. It's headed back by number 12 to the goalie, who easily collects it. Goalie wants the players to go forward. Punts the ball up the middle of the field, looking for number 6, who's able to get on it. He's now looking for someone to pass to. Goes forward, looking for 32, and the flag is up. Takes the shot anyway. It was a decent shot. And here's that corner once again. You can see 21 gets a foot to it, just couldn't find the corner. The goalie was in a great spot, went right to him. And that'll be the first shot on goal for South Florida today, as this ball goes down the sideline and is out of bounds for a South Florida throw. Well, 40 minutes in, and South Florida got its first shot on goal. Hopefully that's a good omen for the second half. As 43 heads this ball down to 21. 21 kicks it up in the air, hoping to find some foot of South Florida. As Kendall is getting in position again, but 21 gets that ball away, but only as far as number 3 of Kendall. Ball back in front of the box. Kendall struggling to get the ball, but number 11 able to wrestle it away as number 5 kicks it up the field just to clear the box. 13 is chasing this ball down. See if he comes away with it. Oh, he cannot. Kendall again back on the attack and in a dangerous spot for South Florida. Florida scrambles to try to get this ball clear. 13 on it now as he gets it back to 11 for 11 to clear the line, trying to get it up to 32. And number 5 now comes away with it. He plays the ball down the line, and there is nobody there for South Florida as Kendall plays this ball back again. And the passes just keep coming. And number 11 is going to play this ball out into safety. Well, you can see the goalie here coming out, bats that ball away. It definitely would have been in a terrible spot for him if he didn't make that play, as I think that Kendall player could have just kicked it in the goal. But quick reaction by the South Florida keeper to make a play on that, as this ball goes out of bounds for a goal kick. I really hope that the South Florida keeper is not upset about that first goal, because he is having a heck of a game. But so many shots on goal by Kendall. You can't win if you don't shoot, and they definitely follow that philosophy as we play with the ball up here to 32. 32 looking for the sideline, tries to find 13, can't find him, intercepted by Kendall. And Kendall again plays this ball down the line And they're just working 1-2s right now between themselves. As 61 crosses this ball in, it's over the keeper. The keeper jumped for it but couldn't make contact, but it's out of bounds anyway for a goal kick for South Florida. This 61 is definitely a dangerous player for Kendall. He's got good moves, he's got good strength and agility. Definitely a player that they need to pay attention to as South Florida plays out of the back. Number 11, time on the ball. Plays it out to number 5, 5 back to 13, 13 back to 11. South Florida just can't seem to find that pass that's going to break free to get them over. And this one just went over 43's head. Took a bad bounce, went over his head. He couldn't collect it. And here we have a Kendall throw. Well, South Florida trying to find some sign of life here as number 3 for Kendall just kicks this ball up in the air. 12 heads it up to 27. 27 trying to win this ball, can't. And 61 back on it, quick little shake out to the left side, plays it out to his left wing, and he's playing it in back to 61. 61, time on the ball, makes a nice move, takes the shot, and it's in the back of the net. Oh, jeez, heartbreak. What a move here. 61 just strikes it with his left foot and puts it into the back top corner of the net. Unfortunately, the South Florida keeper had no chance to do anything with that ball. Clearly over his head and just kind of lobbed over for 2-0 Kendall. But I said it before, Kendall's just been taking shot after shot after shot. South Florida unable to move it out of the back of their half of the field. And now number 11 plays it across after the kickoff to 43. 43 looking for someone to pass to, and he does. Number 21. 21 gets knocked down by number 3. That's clearly a foul. I hope the ref is paying attention, because number 3 has fouled quite a few times now in this game, as there was no sign of playing that ball. And South Florida have now switched their keeper. And there's no injury, but it just seems like Coach Greg wanted to go with their backup keeper for the second half, as this ball goes out of bounds for another South Florida throw. I have to give my hats off for the first half goalkeeper for South Florida. Played a heck of a game. A lot of good blocks there. As this is a foul called for South Florida. Number 6 takes it quick, plays it across to 27. 27 trying to make something happen, just can't get through number 5 of Kendall. As he plays this ball up to 61, this is dangerous. This could be the number 3 for Kendall. As 61 dances on the ball, he's trying to get around number 11. Number 5 now trying to help. Gets the cross off, gets the shot off, and the new keeper is there to collect it. All right, rolls it out to number 11. 11 up to 13. 13 trying to find 5. 61 makes a slide tackle there, but doesn't come around with the ball. Number 5 controls and passes it back to 11. I'm sorry, number 72. 72 back to the goalie. Goalie out to 11. And here we go up the field. And a Kendall player takes that ball right down. Kendall just seems to be everywhere anytime South Florida tries to play this ball upfield. As they get it to 43, 43 to 21. 21 trying to make a run on the ball. Nice cut inside. Plays it up to 6. 6 tried to play it to 32, just couldn't make contact. And is trying to corral that Kendall player. Manages to get him to kick it out of bounds. 43 on the ball now, number 27. 27 trying to get it. Unfortunately can't. 72 with a sliding tackle in there to intercede. Ooh. Oh, we got a little bit of a pushing and shoving match going on here as the referee stops play. And he gives a yellow card to number 3 of Kendall. A little bit of a rough play here, but not much in that little push from 32. I think he was just trying to create some distance. But number 3 decided to come back and push him with both hands, which gave him a yellow card. Number 3 from Kendall seems to be frustrated throughout the day, is committing more fouls than he is plays, and finally got a yellow card for his actions as South Florida lines up for this free kick in a dangerous area. As 32 approaches the ball, he strikes it, unfortunately hits the wall, and number 3 clears it out of the area. 32 tracking it down, trying to get back on the play, get a tackle in on there, but he gives the ball away. And Kendall gets back on the attack once again. Number 5 now playing it out of bounds for South Florida. Kendall definitely in control of this game from the start. South Florida, as I said, has had a difficult time getting it out of their half throughout. And now Kendall taking their time here. No rush. Make a couple of substitutions. As South Florida number 17 is going to come in for 32. Waiting for the throw in from Kendall as they put it forward here. Headed down and met by number 11 from South Florida as he looks for a pass. He finds 21. 21 tries to get the ball upfield, but Kendall there to intercept. And they start moving forward here as they pass to number 61. 61 gets a shot off, goes clear across goal, and it's going to be out of bounds. Mad About Soccer would like to take a minute here to recognize one of our partners, Bottom Line Consulting, LLC. For all your tax purposes, they are located in Coral Springs, Florida, just east of Coral Springs Drive on Sample Road. Just look for them this tax season, Bottom Line Consulting. As goalie plays the ball out to number 5. Number 5 plays the ball back to number 11. Number 11 looks and surveys the field, no real pressure. Plays the ball across to number 43. 43 then back to 12. This seems pretty redundant here as South Florida continues to do that throughout the game. And it looks like back to 43 from number 6. 43 tries to play it to number 27, but it's intercepted. And Kendall's back in the attack, but cannot get a ball through as that shot is taken, but that player was offsides when the shot was taken. It was a nice save by the South Florida keeper as he just pokes that one over the top of the bar. And South Florida comes and lines up to take the free kick. Number 12 plays it to 11 short. 11 trying to find 13, and he does. 13 has to struggle to get it to 72, but can't do it as the Kendall players are there again and take another shot that goes wide of the goal. Well, Kendall definitely threatening here with a 2-0 lead. They're looking for that third one as South Florida line up to take this goal kick. And here we go again. Out to number 11. 11 surveying the field. This time doesn't go to number 5. He plays it directly across to 43. 43 looking again, trying to find somebody. Finds 21. 21 looked like he took a little push in the back. And they're just going to call it a throw. Oh, no, they did call it a foul. 43 puts that ball down and plays it quickly to number 12. 12 tries to play it up the field, looking for 27. Ball bounces, looks like it lands at 17. 17 tries to make a play on it, but it doesn't get too far. Kendall there to collect, as now they work down their left side. Kendall player makes a good cut in, avoids 13. Plays it to another Kendall player, then plays it back out to the side as they push closer and closer to the South Florida goal. Number 5 intercepts there, but it can't come away with the ball. South Florida players swarm the ball and come away with it as 21 is trying to make something happen in the midfield. Kendall player just dances away from him and crosses it over to 61. Number 5 having a time with him. And trying to clear their lines. Can't do it. 61 able to come away with the ball, but it is cleared finally by South Florida. As number 17 tries to collect this. He can't do it. 43 there. 17 way up the field now here, only on the opposite side. He's able to come back and collect it. And he's going to play this ball to 43. 17, the striker, coming back to play some defense, get the ball going here. Able to keep it in bounce, and it's finally kicked out by Kendall. A little bit of a sign of life here. 17 tries to get something going. We're waiting for some more substitutions. But, man, I'll tell you, it's not looking good so far. Not many things have changed from the first half for South Florida. 17 fights for this ball with number 3. Number 21 comes away with it. He looks like he got fouled there, but they're playing through. 21 plays it out to the number 5. 5's got the ball. He plays it down the line. Looking for number 6, but he's not going to find him. And the Kendall player is there and kicks it back at him. Number 5 tries to play this ball back. It looks like he will be. And he finds number 11, who is going to play the ball across. Finding number 12. 12 to 43. And we got some space to operate here. Let's see what 43 does as he brings the ball up the field. Nice little dink around the player. Bringing the ball up the line. Nice slide tackle by the Kendall player to take it away. And another slide tackle by number 21 in South Florida to play it out of bounds. And yes, just makes contact with that. No foul. Nice slide tackle to prevent the Kendall charge going forward. Kendall take the throw in here. Trying to find some player to get it to him, sure. And they charge in. Find the player out here on the right, number 7. Number 7 plays it across. And this ball is tipped away. And Kendall plays the ball back. Probably the first time of the game that they played the ball back to their keeper. The keeper finds number 3 on the right side. 17 trying to catch up to him. Nice slide tackle again by 17. No foul called. You can see he just sweeps around there, taking number 3 out yet again. And 3 up on his feet. And it looks like number 5 now gets a yellow card from Kendall. He's been warned by the referee previously for things that he'd been saying on the field. I'm assuming he had something to say about that challenge by number 17. And the referee took offense to it and gave him a yellow card. Number 5 stomping around in disbelief, apparently, as number 3 takes his throw in. But now 2 players on a yellow card for Kendall, as it looks like South Florida now commits a foul. No card shown, but a free kick in a very dangerous spot, just outside the goal here. And with the size of the players for Kendall, this is a dangerous ball. And we'll see what happens here. As I mentioned before, two Kendall players on yellow. No yellow cards thus far for South Florida, as this one's played across. And still in a dangerous area. Oh, 14 takes a tumble and looks like he got fouled in the process. South Florida looking to take this quick. But number 11 talks some M.A.D as he plays his ball up the field. Takes a awkward bounce back to the Kendall keeper, who collects it under no threat. And we'll see what they do. Again, Kendall not in any hurry, leading 2-0 here in the 56th minute of the game. Plays his ball up the field. Kendall player waiting as he kicks it forward. But the South Florida keeper quick off his line to collect this one. And no pressure. Looking for a play to roll out to. Goes to 12. 12 plays it out to now number 8. 43 is off the field. Number 8 unfortunately couldn't find 21. And Kendall back in the attack here in a dangerous spot. 20's right in front of the goal. Plays a shot across. Goalie goes down and easily collects that one and rolls it back out to number 8, and we'll start again. Number 8 playing it up to 17. 17 there with the ball, trying to make something happen. 3 not letting him go by. A little trip up by 17. 17 back with the ball. Cuts inside. And 3 fouls him from behind. This has got to be a second yellow. It is. Second yellow for number 3 at Kendall. He is going to get the red card here as soon as the referee realizes it. And he does. And there's the red. Kendall, number 3, shown a red card here for a slide tackle that catches the back leg of 17, causes him to go down in a heap. Now Kendall playing with 10 men. This could be the chance that South Florida was looking for to go on the attack, to go on the offensive and create something here and score some goals, maybe get us back into it. There is some time left in the clock to get that done, as 21 stands over the ball here for the free kick, but actually no, it looks like he's going to move off. And number 12 is now going to take the kick. Lines up, puts it into the box. Somebody got a head to it. 6 got a foot to it. Oh, right at the keeper. Nice volley by number 6. Put it on goal. Again, Kendall keeper in the right place, right time, much like he was on that corner. Ball got right to him, and he held on to it as he punts this ball away. I'm sure South Florida now will be on the attack. As number 11 gets a little forceful with the Kendall player, causing a foul. Kendall takes it quick as they have the center back out of position. 18 making a good charge on the ball. South Florida keeper out, and he kicks it away. Good decision by the South Florida keeper as we take another look at this free kick. Number 6 got his eye on the ball the whole time, tracks it down, kicks. Nice strike on the ball. Unfortunately, just couldn't go in the goal as we wait for the throw in here from Kendall. And Kendall playing it across, finds their player, number 12 there, to interact with it, and it looks like it's going to be a goal kick. Boy, I would like to see some change in the wins here for South Florida. Hopefully they can get on the attack and score some goals now that they have the advantage. South Florida keeper bringing the ball back out to the box and waiting for the referee. Seems to be some Substitutions going on for the Kendall side as they now look to hold on to this 2-0 lead, being a man down. And South Florida plays it out to number 5. Number 5 looking upfield, plays it up, and the Kendall player kicks out. Looked like that could have been called for a high boot, but no call from the keeper. As South Florida tries to play this in. 13 loses the ball midfield. South Florida trying to get back as the keeper corrals this one and throws it out to number 8, who's waiting for the ball. And plays this ball across the middle. Number 17. 17 dancing away from the defender. Finds 14, who's got the fresh legs. And gets it back to 12. 12 now finding number 6. 6 trying to play it back to 14. Unfortunately couldn't find him. And number 18 from Kendall is on the ball, and he's looking. He takes a shot. It's right at the keeper. And he picks it up quite nicely and throws this ball out to 21. 21 getting tracked down by the Kendall player. He kicks it up the field. 17 on the run, trying to make it there. He does get a foot to it, but it looks like the Kendall player kicks it out for another corner. As we look at the second half stats, South Florida has improved, having now 3 shots, 2 shots that are on goal, compared to Kendall's 8 to 5 on goal. They only committed 4 fouls and had 3 corners. The passing has also improved to 74% on 118 passes, completing 87. As it looks like number 17 lines up to take this corner. We'll see what happens here as South Florida moves some big men into the box. And here comes the kick. And it's high. It's to the back post. Number 11 makes contact with it, as well as the Kendall player making contact with him. I don't know how a foul's not called there. But easily parried away by Kendall. And they work their way out of this. And they bring the ball down the right side. Number 17 tries to make a diving tackle unsuccessfully, as number 8 tries to slow down number 18 so that the South Florida defense can get back. 18 crosses it there, but meets number 12. 14 plays it up to 21. And South Florida now back on the attack as 21 tries to find a player, but it gets touched by Kendall. Still comes away with it. And number 76 plays it out to number 5, who has to run it down. Looking up the field. Plays the ball up the sideline. Finds 76 yet again. 76. Nice little footwork here on the sideline. Comes away with it. Gets a cross off. 17's there. Oh, goalie intercedes for Kendall. It was a nice cross by 76. Looking for 17. And this Kendall goalie just jumped in the air and plucked it out of the air before it could get to his head. As Kendall now plays this ball up the right side. Unabated. Kendall's number 37 crosses this ball. Luckily doesn't find anybody, but Kendall for number 8 finds it, and he's now working on that sideline. Gets the ball to his number 6. Number 6 for South Florida pokes it away, and number 6 now back on the ball. Makes a nice little touch there, just a little too heavy, and Kendall now back in possession as they play it back to the goalie, who is under pressure. South Florida back on the ball, 21. Looking for someone to pass to. No real pressure here from Kendall. He finds number 14. 14 plays the ball up to 76. 76 back to 21. 21 to 17. Some good passing here from Kendall. Good passing here from South Florida. As number 13 now takes a shot, and it goes wide of the goal. As we look at this footwork from 76. Just rolls it past number 4. He didn't know what to do, and it created the space for him to get that ball off. If it was just a little bit higher, I think that would have landed right on 17's head, and we would have been 2-1. As the goalie kicks this one short for the Kendall player. No pressure so far as 21 comes away with that pass, and unfortunately gives it back to Kendall. But this field looks pretty wide open as the Kendall player plays this in a number 5's feet, but still come away with it. You'd think that Kendall will be having a more difficult time than what they're having here, being a man down, but they're still able to pass the ball pretty freely as number 17 is trying to make some pressure here. And South Florida not putting much pressure on the keeper as he's got a lot of time to make a decision here, and does, kicking the ball up the middle of the field. 14 pressuring the ball, comes away with it, gets it to 76. 76 looking for 17, can't do it. Kendall player comes and cuts it out as number 5 gets a foot to this long pass. But unfortunately, still can't get a handle on the ball. Kendall again comes away with it. This time playing it safe. just making short little passes back and forth. Again, South Florida not really pressuring the ball, as Kendall is able to play this ball freely up into the South Florida half. Number 8 getting a little bit of pressure from 13, able to play the ball back. 76 trying to get there, and again Kendall plays it safe and goes back to the keeper in an effort to kill the clock. He plays it out to the left side and makes another completion on another pass as they play this ball up through the middle. And now along the left side, back to the middle. Kendall again on the attack, looking very dangerous, being a man down, as they are freely running across the field. And number 5 here, I think, or no, number 6 it looked like. Another shot. Oh! Goalie saved this one. Wow. What an effort by the South Florida keeper. Shot comes in, gets his fingers to it, pushes it to the pole, and man, what a save that was, as Kendall takes another corner. And this one blocked by 14. 14 kicks it up the field. Number 11 gets there again. He's charging down the field. He's trying to get his team motivated to get going. And he's looking for a pass. He plays it across the middle. 17 finds it there. 17 now on the move. Plays it back to 11, who's still up the field. 11 plays it across to number 13. Number 5's on the overlap. 13 running into some trouble. Gets it back to 11. 11 plays it to 5. 5 has some trouble with the pass. He gets it up the field to number 13. 13 plays it forward. He's looking. He's got time. He crosses, and it's touched out of bounds. Should be another corner for South Florida. Well, finally some signs of life from South Florida as number 11 comes charging forward, trying to get this offense going. They do look significantly tired here, as the majority of the South Florida players have their hands on their hips or hands on their knees. Really in no rush to take this corner, being 2 down. You think there would be some urgency here, but I can't blame them, because this heat has just been so oppressive today. They've got to be worn down, especially from all the running that they have been doing. As number 6 or number 13 is going to take this corner. It looks like number 6. Number 6 takes it, and it's close to the goal, and Kendall heads it away. Number 18 back with fresh legs for Kendall. Man, he gets around number 5, and he is off to the races, putting this ball out in front of him. Puts it out a little too far, and the South Florida keeper is able to come out and collect it, and quickly rolls it out to number 11, who is now bringing the ball upfield. Looking for a pass. Oh, finds a Kendall player who deflects the pass, playing it forward and out of bounds. Well, fortunately, Kendall, even though they're a man down, doesn't look like it's affected their game much, as they continue to freely pass in this South Florida half of the field and make all kinds of plays. South Florida just unable to string some passes together in order to make anything that's dangerous, as this throw-in gets deflected out of bounds. Number 5, unable to find anybody forward, plays the ball back. Number 14. 14 plays it across to number 12. 12 to number 8, as this has been the game plan for South Florida throughout. Number 8 takes a nice little cut inside, plays it up to number 21. 21 tried to backheel it back to number 8, couldn't find him, and Kendall able to do some fancy footwork to get out of that, and now are running forward once again. Finding a pass back to the middle. They definitely have a lot of options. And playing it back to the center backs for safety. And again, just working the clock. Kendall just in no rush here and not being pressured by South Florida, and that's the game. Referee blows the whistle, and the final is 2-0. South Florida played a heck of a game here, defending for most, but definitely defending well for the majority of the game under a lot of pressure from a much larger, much more physical Kendall team. I have to give them credit in that regard. However, when they went down down to 10 men, Kendall, South Florida didn't seem to really react in a way that you think that they would. Could have been due to the heat and being beat up for most of the game. As we look at the end game stats, total of 237 passes for South Florida, completing 171 of those for 72%. Surprisingly, Kendall only had 211 passes, completing 147 of those for 70%. But a whopping 19 shots compared to South Florida's 4. that's the tale of the tape for the game. 2 shots on goal for South Florida compared to 13 for Florida Rush, 2 of those being goals. 13 fouls committed by South Florida compared to 18 for Florida Rush. Kendall Rush, which majority of those came in the second half, and they finished even on corners. Well, some people say passes win games, but this clearly is not one of them. Even though South Florida outpassed them percentage-wise and total passes, the Rush definitely outshot them. And if you don't shoot, you can't score. And this is definitely one of those games where that proved the point. As South Florida huddle up here, trying to salvage what they can from this game. I know they'll be back and they'll play even harder. Again, we take on the Chargers next week at Loggers Run Park, which is going to be our first home game of the season. So be sure to meet us out there. Loggers Run Park, hopefully it's not underwater with all this rain, as it's been known to flood from time to time. We do also hope that the Chargers Soccer Club avoid the storm. As of right now, it appears that it might make landfall in their area, so we're hoping that they're going to be able to continue to play this weekend. We'll see how many practices South Florida has in order to prepare for it. I'm sure Chargers are probably thinking the same thing. But what we all want is for everyone to be safe. So be sure to reach out to anyone that you know in those areas, make sure that they're okay, and make sure that they're taking care of their homes, as a hurricane is no joke, regardless of the category. As for Mad About Soccer, we're glad that you joined us. I'm happy to have announced the game. Hoping that you're happy to have heard it. And we'll see what next week brings for all of us here. Thank you for watching and appreciate your time. We'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.